I kind of like these new people that don't want to escape.
Yeah. They're just like, we're gonna ball out, and then
Like,
whatever happens.
why wasn't the assassin like on a bike through Central Park in a cab to Newark and out the country?
See ya. Jackpocket is America's #1 lottery app. Hit it, Jackie.
Jackpocket.
Yup. The only app you need to get all of your lottery tickets. We are up to, I believe, we're pushing 700 million. I know we were at 690 last time, so let me open up Jackpocket here. I believe the drawing is not for a few more days, so I think we're just going to keep on rising. So Powerball's at a paltry 30 million. And Mega Millions is still at 670. You have until Friday night to get your Mega Millions ticket. $670 million. If you go lump sum and then some taxes, you're probably walking out of there with like 200 mil. Straight cash, homie. We're talking a couple years of Juan Soto money. All for nothing. All for just $2. And right now, if you use promo code KFC, you get your ticket for free. I'm going to go with yet another, I think this is my second or third pick here. I'm going to have to fund my account because I've been buying so many tickets. I'll fund it with $50. That's what's nice. You put in like $50 and you just have a little stash away so you can just keep buying tickets here and there. And it feels like you're just getting them. Look at that, bam, $50 is in there. And now I can just take from that account whenever I want to. So $2 more here, boom, confirm. And I got myself another Mega Millions ticket. Whether you're getting Powerball or Mega Millions, you can also do the Cash for Life, $1,000 per day. When that came out, I remember when that dropped in New York City. It was like a scratch-off ticket, $1,000 a day for life. It took the streets by storm. Everybody had those tickets. They got the New York Lotto, Pick 10, Take 5, Win 4, Numbers Eve, everything from a $500 Jackpocket all the way up to $500 million. Jackpocket has paid out $540 million worth of prizes on their app alone, and you never have to go outside. You never have to buy it in person. You can always just buy it right from your pocket. So download Jackpocket today. Use promo code KFC and get a free ticket for Mega Millions, Powerball, whatever you want, using promo code KFC at checkout.
Dude, are we going?
Yeah, let's go.
Dude, I just went to, I don't know if I should call it mob, but like I went to one of those dinners, and every once in a while you get asked by a certain guy to go to dinner, and you're like, okay. Yeah. And I went to it, and it was fun as hell. And then halfway through, Wayne Corbett showed up, dude. And then I just kicked it with Wayne Corbett the whole entire night, dude. He's
that
the
sounds
homie.
like a fever dream.
But dude, it was like I was uncomfortable, and then next thing you know, like they're like, Ricky, why don't you take a seat with Wayne? And I sit down, and it's Corbett, and we kicked it the whole time. And he's the man, dude. Yeah, and everybody just comes up to him, and they're like, you're not as big as I thought you would be. And he's like, let's do it outside then. Like, he's fucking, Corbett's ready for it,
Wayne
too.
Corbett, see what the fuck happens.
Nah, he'll go head to head.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was gangster, man. You had white receiver back then.
We needed him. And then Keyshawn and him had their problems. Really split New York City right down the line again.
We're having a moment, though, with white guys. We got a couple white defensive backs now. We got a couple white linebackers. I thought you meant because of the assassin. I mean, dude. Yo, that dude.
It's very par for a white kid.
So I can't believe
he just waited to get out of high school.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. It's just a different target, right? I get it. Better than anyone, dude. I had to deal with the fucking healthcare system a lot, and it sucks. But the way this dude is getting treated is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. It's
like people on social media facing their profile, government name on their shit, being like, this guy's awesome.
The comments are crazy to look at on anything. But like I just keep getting more and more caught up with conspiracies.
It's a little fishy.
This one's
it's a little fishy,
It's
bro.
not, though. It's somebody that just lost their mind.
Totally.
That's the truth of it.
Yes.
But like leaving the monopoly money, then getting caught out of McDonald's that does the Monopoly game.
Still with...
Think about that, bro.
Connecting dots here.
We out here really putting things together.
Still having the silencer and the gun on you like days later, and like it just seems like you were so...
But if you look at his manifesto, he says when he talks in plural. Like I think he was believing he was going to kill more.
Oh, okay. So
I think something took a left. I don't know. I don't know too much. All I know is I don't want to die in a suit. I kept thinking about that every time, bro. Dying in a suit has to suck. And that guy's life couldn't have been cool. Like that.
No.
Like, and he knew he did bad things.
Right.
So
I mean,
really
he was looking over his shoulder.
Think about that morning. He got killed at 6:45. That means he's awake at 5:45, putting on a suit, shaving, so he can
to talk to your investors.
Going to talk shaving, where he can't even look into the mirror because he knows what a piece of shit he is. And he's fucking headed out to go tell a bunch of other shitty people
how much money they didn't make, or how much money they're losing, or how much money I stole from you.
Probably in that elevator, like, I wish somebody would shoot me in the fucking head.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
It is. I mean, man.
Terrible. I don't know.
I just think it's weird that we're getting used to assassins.
Like people. I said what I believe to be a pretty level-headed take, where I was like, "Fuck healthcare," and I understand greedy CEOs suck, but you can't murder people.
Well, the
and people are
CEO
like,
still there's
Boo,
a board.
You fucking libcock pussy. I'm like, wait,
there's
what?
a board. There's a board of people that tells that guy what he can do.
There's so many levels of shit before that guy. It's not like that guy is like the evil villain who's like created the whole system and can fix it if he wants to. Like
it's also just like New York crime being to the level we have assassins now.
Dude, the next day I was on a field trip with my kids, same block. Like I don't know what I would expect. You can't like rope a block off and like, you know, the life keeps moving. But like I was like right there. Pow, pow, pow. Like they probably just like squeegeed the fucking sidewalk and just like keep it moving, dude.
I know.
On our way to Radio City to see the Rockettes, right next to the Assassination corner.
Dude, so I jumped on his Facebook the minute his name came out.
Mm-hmm.
2 mutual friends. Bro.
No.
2 mutual friends.
Did you hit him up? Let me put.
I hit one of them up. Yeah, my bad. I'm fucking that up.
No, this mic sucks and it's always. We should just get rid of this, Jackie. Yeah.
No, we're cool now.
Good? Okay.
Yeah, I have. I know
Luigi
people.
Mangione
I know
is
people
like,
that. So his family owns 2 country clubs. I know a family that belongs to one of them, and then I also had somebody else that went to UPenn with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, this is what also bothers me. Is like, this guy is the hero. His family owns 2 country clubs. It's not like he's some like, you know, fucking blue collar.
Well, you would
salt
think
of the
he
earth.
had
I'm
some
gonna,
like he was on the way to be a CEO. You think he would
right?
have,
That's what I mean. Like you and your dad is
some,
probably one of these fucking people, bro.
Or at least have sympathy for how much that job sucks.
Right. Yeah. Dude, being a CEO of a healthcare company sucks dick, man.
It
I don't care
definitely
how
is
much
not
money
great.
you make. That
it's
shit
definitely
sucks.
it's definitely not a great job.
No.
There's a lot of better things you can be doing.
Totally.
You don't feel good about yourself.
Ever.
I make people laugh and I don't like myself. Like that guy had to fucking be taking a ton of Zoloft. Yeah. Like he's definitely going at himself hard.
I had some conspiracy theorists reaching out saying they think that he hired him to do it.
Dude, I keep hearing that. Why would he want to kill himself?
The only thing is that the DOJ was about to start investigating him for insider trading.
Yeah, but at the same time,
how did that mic just fall right back down?
Wouldn't you just?
It's crazy.
If I was that kid, and I just did that, not the kid, and I knew the DOJ was coming, I'm going to get locked up or whatever. Wouldn't you just like Malone it, like that kid down in Miami? That stole all the. You didn't hear about the Bitcoin kid down in Miami?
No, tell me.
This kid stole like $213 million worth. Was it 213?
Yeah, it was like 250 billion or million.
Yeah, 250 million out of Miami from Bitcoin. They streamed it live when they did it.
Oh, I did see that.
Dude,
when they were like celebrating when they got the steal.
He spent just a month in Miami,
like Lamborghinis
going
and hookers
insane,
and shit. Yeah.
Dude. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I
kind of like it.
I kind of like these new people that don't want to escape.
Yeah. They're just like, we're gonna ball out, and then whatever happens.
Why wasn't the assassin like on a bike through Central Park in a cab to Newark and out the country?
See ya. I mean, what was he doing in Altoona, Pennsylvania?
I mean, it's not far from UPenn, so he might have felt comfortable there. Knew a few people thought he was going to chill, but I think something went left because he said it sounded from his papers that he was trying to get more than one.
Well, have you seen that? There's the
because he's saying like parasites and all this stuff about the people. I'm like, oh, I think homie thought he was gonna
just start picking them off left and right. I still don't get how he knew and like where and when. like to be there. I guess if you're just sitting there waiting.
Board
meeting.
it's a public company, correct?
Yeah.
So board meetings are live.
Yeah, but it was
you
like,
get to listen in on them if you're not there.
9 a.m. and he got there at 6:45. Like that's pretty fucking early.
He could have been watching them for a few days.
I guess so. And just
you know, there's a lot.
Waiting.
It's not too hard.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, we always debate here, like, could you get away with a bank robbery? Could you get away with a murder? And like this guy got, if he wasn't like just dicking around in McDonald's, he probably would have.
I love that they like keep going. He's not professional. He's not professional. It's
right.
like he's a lot more professional than OJ.
We've seen worse.
Was very sloppy.
We've seen worse, bro. How about fucking Aaron Hernandez? He was the worst, man.
Dude, Aaron was wilding.
They left evidence, goddamn, everywhere.
And he was kissing boys on the low.
Yo, how about the dude who found him in McDonald's? They're trying to not give him the finder's fee.
Why?
Because he called 911 and not Crime Stoppers. That's so fucked. 60 grand is the reward, and he called the wrong number, and it has to lead to an arrest and then a conviction. So they're still like, we gotta wait, and also you called the wrong number.
Then we need to start a GoFundMe. Can Barstool start a GoFundMe for the person that's not gonna get the money?
Get this guy, but no, but actually, he's the villain. People are like, fuck this snitch. It's crazy.
Well, you know what? Barstool is usually on the right side of history. So I think they should go ahead and start the GoFundMe for the person that ratted out the person.
Crazy pills. I'm the one out here being like,
murder's family.
My take is murder is bad, and people are like, you're a fucking pussy.
Yeah, murder should not be just celebrated ever.
What happens when it's... Take your pick. What happens when somebody kills a bunch of cops because police are corrupt? What happens when somebody kills somebody from Planned Parenthood because they don't like that? Like, you're not going to be too happy then, are you, motherfuckers?
But, yo, I remember when he killed a ton of people and was terrible, but, like, Saddam and Osama, people were cheering.
Who was cheering?
What? When Osama died?
Oh, when Osama died. Yeah.
We were dancing in the streets, bro.
But that's a little different, bro, when, like, you're direct. Like, as much as healthcare is garbage, it's not, like, actively fucking murder. You know what I mean?
I mean, people are dying.
People are dying.
People are dying based on the choice of you giving them money or not.
I also just get, though, like, it's not, everyone
it's not one person's fault. Yeah. I don't believe. I think
also,
it's a group of people making a lot of decisions.
Ideas, like, all these things are great ideas, and they're very, very hard to put into practice. You know what I mean?
And then everybody's like, universal health care. What are we talking about? Canada?
Well, they
got 33 million people. And that's California, bro.
And also, their doctors suck because they don't fucking make any money.
I don't know about that. I got 2 friends that got parents that are Canadian doctors. They know what they're talking about.
How many times do you think, if I gave you unlimited amounts of time, how long, how many attempts do you think it would take for you to successfully complete heart surgery?
Why have I heard this question?
We did it the other day.
Okay.
I don't know if we put it on social.
If I had to redo it,
you can watch a YouTube tutorial. You don't have any help, but you have a YouTube tutorial.
Dude, I never thought I'd be able to make orecchietta, and now I can because of YouTube. So
YouTube can make anything happen.
It took like 3 or 4. Heart surgery, I just feel like it's a lot more work than orecchietta.
It's a little bit more involved, yeah.
I don't know, man. It would sadly probably way over 50 times.
Yeah, fucking way over 50 times, bro. It would take like a million times to complete. To do heart surgery and make that person stay alive it would take like thousands of tries. The first 100, you're just like slicing somebody open and they're dying instantly. Then you gotta like cut open an artery and or fix the artery and sew it back up or whatever the fuck you're doing.
How many times do you think they're doing that in class when they're becoming doctors?
A lot of fucking times.
I would like to know what the certification is.
The take here was 75, and I thought you were gonna have a brain. You come in saying 50. 50. You got to get through the muscle, then break the bones, and take the lungs out, all this shit, and then put it all back together. I don't know
this stuff. This stuff makes me nauseous. I really hate
so
blood, dude.
How the fuck are you gonna do it in 50 tries?
Dude, I think by time 10, I'll get a little bit used to it. I don't know. I just never would put myself in that situation.
Well, yeah. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't want to do the unlimited heart surgery, bro. No, thank you, man. Yeah, the insurance thing is wild though. I actually, so oddly enough, like I've had 6 surgeries.
It's why I'm a Democrat is insurance.
What's that?
It's why I'm a Democrat.
Insurance.
Yeah. I lost my insurance when I became when I dropped out of college.
Right.
Because of Obama turning it into the age of 26, my parents allowed me to do stand-up as long as I had health care.
There you go.
And that's why I'm a Democrat.
Yeah, I mean...
That's the only reason I vote Democrat every single time.
It's a fucked up system. And so because I had to deal with... I had 6 different surgeries. I had to deal with... when I started Barstool, I needed to pay for my own insurance. I had to get on my ex-wife's at one point. Like, I know all the fucking problems, right? So... I started one of this company that I partnered with is we just were about to really start ramping it up. It's called Crowd Health, and it is like an alternative to regular insurance. It's like a
bro. Don't play that game. Why are you trying to get murdered?
Well,
you're about to get assassinated. So this is the thing. What are you doing trying to go up against health insurance companies?
It's a great fucking system though. It's kind of like It's like GoFundMe, but with insurance. So you kind of have like a network of people, and you have to pay like a certain amount of flat rates. But then like if something happens with you, we all kind of kick in some money. If something happens with me, you kind of kick in some money. And it's not like a perfect system, but as the network grows, there's just more and more people.
Do you get to pick who comes in?
There is like you can't have like tons of prior. Pre-existing, they're not going to just accept people that they know are automatically going to be a strain on the system, so it's good for like single guys, single people who are young, who are just like, I just need this if there's a catastrophe, like,
so how'd this crumble?
So it didn't crumble, but I was waiting for open enrollment, which is like this time of year, to ramp up, like here it is, and then this happens, and I was like, I didn't want to be the guy being like, do you not like health insurance? And like use promo code KFC.
Know what I like about you?
Fuck.
Know what I like about you, dude? You have mad inventions.
I'm always trying, bro.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to stay ahead.
Want to be up on one of mine?
Yes.
I have this thing called Death Wish.
Death Wish.
And it's like a band that goes around your arm. And if your pulse stops, everything on your phone deletes itself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Auto wipe.
Yeah, other than what you wanted to keep, and you can program what you want for people to see and keep.
The people are always worried about that,
dude. It's real.
Like if I die,
I've seen it. I've seen somebody go through someone's phone when they die.
Really?
Yeah, it's not good, dude.
Wait, why did you see that?
Why? Because I've been around people that die, bro.
Give me some more details here.
I mean, my mom died, and my father was able to go through all of her stuff.
Oh, did
you
find anything you didn't like?
I mean, conversations between me and my mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have different conversations with your family, right?
Totally.
Yeah, so I thought about Death Wish when that happened. Right now, all I have is one of my boys has promised to throw my shit into the river.
Yeah.
That's all.
But even that with cloud and all that shit, you know what I mean? It's like, I need you to go to my house, go through my closets, go through my drawers, go
Death
through my
Wish
phone,
is coming, man.
Death Wishes.
Death Wish by Barstool.
You'd
right after that GoFundMe we're making for the for the real McDonald's person. That real McDonald's person needs help, bro.
$60K out the window for that poor
There's
bastard.
no way they're gonna get away with that.
I mean, I'm like literally about to make a video myself being like, fuck this, give this guy this money. I hope there's enough public pressure. I mean, he gave the tip that got the guy. That you get the reward. That's it.
Have you noticed that Subway shooter? Where'd they find him?
I don't know where they find him.
McDonald's, 2nd Street. Then they find this guy in McDonald's. I think the real truth is we need to start scanning people that go into McDonald's. They're probably the most dangerous people in New York City.
I think the other day I had McDonald's for the last time in my life.
Why?
Because the last 20 times I've had McDonald's, I've gotten sick.
But Trump's going hard out there making people eat McDonald's.
Yeah, he is. It's hot in the streets. That was so funny when RFK had to eat McDonald's and he was like, that like physically was killing him to put that shit in his mouth.
Do you believe that? Do you believe RFK is this healthy? Because I don't. I see him with his shirt off all the time. Doesn't look great.
It looks better than most people his age.
I know a lot of people his age that look a lot better than
him. Do
him,
you? Because I don't.
He looks bloated.
We know
as
different
fuck.
people,
I think
bro.
he's a drunk.
I think he's on. Yeah, well, probably. That's probably
I don't like him at all.
That voice.
I don't like anybody that's been brought on, but at the same time, no one ever lasts with this guy. So it's like these guys are going to be there for 6 months.
Yeah.
It'll be wild.
The whole thing is... Feidelberg said it best the other day. He was like, I don't really like what's going on, but like, it was that picture. It was when it was Trump, RFK, Elon Musk, and like someone else on the fucking plane eating McDonald's. And he was just like, fuck it, man. Like, it's a circus. I don't know. Just roll with it. We've gone so far out of...
We have no choice at this point to
so
go
it's just
with
like,
it,
let's
see what
party,
happens.
bro. Let's fucking party.
It should be really interesting to see, like, where is Musk
Dude, I
in a
hate
year or
Elon
two.
Musk.
I think there's two people with two massive egos that won't be able to like.
Bro, if that
do
guy
it.
just stuck to spaceships and rockets and shit, I'd be like, cool, you're the man, like brilliant. But trying to be funny, like as a
But
comedian,
bro,
aren't you like
I don't know why
offended by
people get it.
him?
How does he get? How are you offended by him?
I'm not offended, but
Homie came out a long time ago and was like, "I'm autistic.
Yeah, I know.
I have
he's
problems."
full blown autistic.
If you're being offended by an autistic person,
yeah, that's on you.
time to really look at inside.
I'm
Look
not-
inside
he's
yourself
not
and
the problem.
understand why you allow that to happen.
The people who think he's funny are the problem. The people who
Well,
are like,
that's the problem.
meme lord, edge lord, like you're so funny, like. What?
But those are the people commenting. They like the other problem is everybody thinks they're about to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Everybody feels like they're close
They're
to
on the
Musk.
verge.
It's like you're not even close,
You
dude.
can't even understand that kind of money. 44 billion for Twitter.
They don't even understand 100,000.
Yeah, right.
And they think they can be Trump and Musk and all these people. You're nothing like them.
I really don't even understand what do you do when you have that kind of money? Like,
Me, I'm gone, bro.
yeah, right.
I'm
That's why it's
never
crazy.
doing
like,
any of this again.
To be like to try to run for for office, to try to like be. I don't know. Like, if I was Elon Musk, I'd be like, I don't know. You
Look,
guys figure
Elon
out
Musk's making
humanity, peace.
infrastructure to like be the king of the world.
Well, yeah,
one
the
day.
leader of the planet Earth
Like,
or
yo,
planet
he
Mars
can like
or
turn
whatever.
off the internet in
Yeah.
certain places of the world. That's a dangerous man.
Turn it on too, bro. Like that's
Dude, nerds are up.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 90s. Nerds were
Nerds
not
were
up.
down. I know.
And
I know.
we were outside playing on our bikes, but the nerds were outside being like, how do we get them inside? Look at us
everyone's
now.
inside,
Everybody's
yeah.
fucking inside being weirdos, dude.
It's so true.
And now fucking Trump is jumping around with Elon, and that's the cool guy. That's what
Yeah.
young kids like.
Yeah, it is. It all got. We need to bring
Yeah.
back a little bit of bullying.
No, we need to bring back dodgeball.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Fucking
Like,
peg
put you
Musk
in your
once in the
place.
side of the head. Get Musk.
If Elon Musk just got rocked in
You ever
dodgeball,
get
his
hit
whole
s-
life could have been different.
You ever get hit with a ball so hard
When it
you
go-
taste it?
Yeah.
That rubber gets in your mouth. You didn't even fucking lick it.
You hear that?
Oh,
It
man.
goes like twang,
Boom. Yeah.
Your ears are ringing and shit.
Let's get a real game going.
Yeah, they don't do any of that anymore. I feel like.
No.
I don't think kids are playing dodgeball. I don't think they're playing anything that's steal the bacon, all that kind of
Still,
shit.
the bacon has to still be
I
around.
don't think so, dude. It got banned in my school. I'll never forget.
Because of Muslims?
I'll never forget.
I'm kidding.
This chick
steals some other meat.
This chick grabbed the ring, and our gym had like walls very, very close to like out of bounds on the basketball court. So that's where you had to get to, is the baseline. And like as she was getting there, she tripped and she fell, and her like top of her head went into the wall and like crunched her neck. And she was in like a neck brace for like weeks after that. And they were like, no more fucking steal the bacon, because that girl crunched her neck against the wall. And everybody was like, well, fuck this chick. Like, you just ruined one of the
that
all-time
is
great
like,
games.
I mean, I feel like it should have been something else. That doesn't feel like
Yeah, right? Like
just one
like
injury
die or some
doesn't.
shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
you know?
I feel like her parents wrote a lot of notes.
Yes.
and we're probably in part of the school
Dude,
a little
I used
bit
to have
more.
I used to have a gym teacher when I was at PS 175 in the Bronx, and this guy
I won
was
172.
Were you?
Yeah, Queens.
This guy was out of his mind, and he just came up with a game called Indy 500. And it was, you sit on those little scooters, remember those little like square things, and then you hold a L-shaped PVC pipe, and one you held onto it, and the other person dragged you, and you whipped around in a circle. We had to be going like 45 miles an hour on these fucking things. People were flying into the walls, running over each other's fingers, whipping around these cones. He called it Indy 500. It was the most reckless shit we've ever done. It was unbelievable, and I can't even imagine anything even close to that happening now.
I mean, they banned running in my schoolyard.
Running?
Unless you were playing basketball, you weren't allowed to run.
Wait, and so if you started to run, they would just like
They'd
call you
blow
out,
the
blow the whistle, and they
whistle.
stop
That whistle.
running.
Whoop.
So like you can't play tag, or you could, but you had to walk.
No, there was no tag. It was either you had a basketball day where you can run, or you were just walking around the schoolyard.
Like in prison? Like
PS
walk the yard?
133, I swear to God. We were allowed to walk around the schoolyard. They gave us chalk and stuff, but there was no running.
Oh my God.
I mean, it
that's
was
great.
safe. It was, but yeah.
I mean,
But we
I
had-
do feel that at a young age, like when your kids first start to walk and they run, and you know they're just like wobbling.
No,
that was always the biggest.
We're in
panic,
third, fourth grade, bro.
Yeah,
just,
right. Like at that age,
like,
you could fucking run. Yeah.
This is
I'm talking about like a
schoolyard, not
2-year-old.
Rikers. I don't know why we're not allowed to run. This is wild. I was telling this story the other day. I went to 172, and that's where Ja Rule went, and it was actually not in the school district I'm from. I'm 109. Okay. 109's in the bad neighborhood, so my parents used a fake address so I can go to the good neighborhood. Yep. And Ja Rule's parents did the same thing.
No way. How old is he? Our age? How old are you?
No, I'm 35.
Oh, you're a little bit
so
younger.
I was in the 7th grade when In the Club came out. And we booed all of Ja Rule's music at his own school. That's how much we loved 50, man.
Yeah, he must have been an icon out
he
there.
was a dude. In the Club was, I mean, the first time grinding on a girl in a gym, like fully bricked up, dude.
Yeah.
Just the best day of my life.
Dude, when if you were to script a rapper, like it's him. You know what I mean? Like shot 9 times, survived it. The whole crew,
just not getting caught up in all this weird shit either.
Right. You know what? It's like he's so out there, always making fun of people and talking on social media and shit that like I really think he doesn't have any skeletons because I feel like you don't do that shit if you got your own, your own.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is, but he's just he just doesn't get in trouble. He's like my last Hollywood hero that hasn't got in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, it's really crazy.
I don't know if I believe...
Even Tony Hawk's documentary, I was like, oh, dude, he cheated on his wife a ton? Like, I thought this was going to be... look who has a soft spot for that.
We can't all be perfect, all right, bro?
But yeah, he was like my last favorite. Like, and he's just been consistent. And through this whole shit, not getting caught up in it, not going to those parties.
Do you believe the Hope shit? The Jay-Z accusations?
I believe if you hang out in a barbershop long enough, you'll get your hair cut.
I feel you.
So, those Diddy parties are wild.
Was he like... I feel like it's kind of weird how much people are pairing those two guys together, because I don't really recall it being that way.
But if
like,
you just look online and pictures, they're together with each other all the time.
But like, there's a lot of people who are at Diddy parties who I don't consider to be pedophiles,
Yeah,
so
I mean, I don't know. Have you ever been to a party like that?
No. I don't go to any parties, period, though.
Yeah, I'm not a party guy.
I can't even begin to think about being at a party right now. Dude, I stayed up the other night when the Mets got Soto. I stayed up till 3 a.m. just tweeting and shit, just being awake till 3. I woke up in the morning.
Your adrenaline was high.
I was like, I feel like I'm hungover from just being awake too late. If I were to party now, I think I would legitimately die.
Yeah, it's getting harder. It's definitely getting harder.
I went to Amsterdam with Bert Kreischer a couple years ago, and that was like my last hurrah.
That trip looked fun.
Yeah, it was fun. That was good. They also do it right, where it was like, you know what they do in Amsterdam, which is great? When you order a beer, you can order small, medium, large, which is great. Because like, if you don't want to be the guy who's like, no, I'm good, like skip me on this round. Like, it was like, if you're really partying, you were drinking like a fucking, it was like a,
I don't like the cockiness of Europeans with that shit.
What do you mean?
They're like, we drink more. It's like, no, they are not allowed to serve you like we serve in America.
Well,
like, you go to jail for our servings. Like, I'll take a small.
But like a medium was perfect for me. I don't want to fucking like, it was like a boot, one of those Das Boot things, basically.
Well, that's
just like a nice in between,
Just standing there with a boot.
Yeah.
Being that guy. Where else did you go? Did you just stay in Amsterdam?
Yeah, we just did Amsterdam for like, it was like that was the whole.
The last time I was in Amsterdam, man, I brought my own blunts because they don't have blunts in Amsterdam. Like, they don't have like stuff from back home. So I bring Swishers and I go to a coffee shop and I roll it. And they were talking so much shit about me smoking a blunt. And I was just like, I thought this was a chill town. I don't like this at all. No, my place is Copenhagen. Copenhagen has a town in it called Christiania where there's no laws. It used to be a military base, and the hippies took it over, and they don't allow cops in it. They don't allow anything. They sell weed. They do whatever they want. And
stays good though. Like,
what?
It stays like safe.
You're not allowed to take pictures. It's dealt with by the gangsters that walk around. Like, it's some cool shit. It's cool shit. And like 20 years ago, Copenhagen was like, yo, enough with this. Like, we're taking the land back. And these hippies just walked out with grenades like in their hand, being like, yeah, let's get it. if you want to do it. And Copenhagen's like,
Never mind.
enjoy Christiana, man.
Wow, I've never heard of
Yeah,
this.
dude, I went skate parks, and like they make all their money
Bro,
off touring.
skate parks,
They have like, dude, I felt like a kid again. It was so fun.
Yeah.
But like, they have bars within it, whatnot. You just don't go deep within it, and you're safe.
But it feels like that's probably cool for a dude. I don't know about being a chick in that.
No, it's cool, man. Everybody's just
good?
having a good fun. Like, you're eating pastries and shit. It's cool, bro.
Pastries and
It's-
skate parks.
pastries,
You know you can do that
skate
in a
parks,
regular
weed,
city.
like,
you don't have to go to some lawless utopia to do that,
No,
Ricky.
it was sick. It was sick. It's definitely worth it. With that European vibe, without the snootiness of like Paris or
Yeah.
fucking Amsterdam, I find snooty.
Amsterdam is a little bit, yeah. I mean, they're not for their reputation. They weren't as like laid back as you would.
Yeah,
think,
they're
you know?
not late. They're not my favorite.
You know what I did like is their weed is not like knock you on your ass weed.
It's dry as fuck.
Well, yeah, you're like for someone like me though, like I don't need it. I don't need like mid is fine for me. Like I grew up, on shitty fucking weed.
Yeah,
I
but they
don't
want to
need
push
this
that
high-grade
hash a lot
shit.
out there.
Yeah, there was a lot of that too. But I just need like regular, normal fucking weed. I don't
Yeah.
need this medicinal.
I feel you. The made by scientist weed.
Yeah, it's like I miss like when we used to like you pass a blunt around, you smoke like a whole now it's like a puff and I'm zooming, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I mean, yeah, I
love
guess
it.
so.
It's great.
Yeah.
I think it's. I mean, I love what they've like. I can be like, hey, I want to be creative today.
Yeah,
Let me get
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Let me
And
get
you
that.
can-
Like,
and,
I just
and you
think
feel
that's
you
great.
feel that because I always thought
Certain
it was
ones,
like,
yes. Certain ones, yes.
It actually makes you.
But I've had weed turn on me recently, which is funny, where I'm just like, the world's out to get me.
Well, the paranoia kicks in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit. That's no fun. It's
No.
funny that is one of the byproducts of it. Is
Yeah.
that paranoia, because when that kicks in, it sucks. Tommy John is back on board. One of our OG sponsors. Actually, I don't even think they were OG. They were probably like halfway through. We've been around for so long. I have a pair of blue Tommy John lounge pants that I have worn for so long now. They've been in my rotation for probably a decade. Still going strong, still soft, still comfortable. They're not the waistband still isn't rolling down. The boxer shorts still don't ride up no matter how long you have them. Tommy John stays comfortable and stays quality. And right now, if you are looking to buy for yourself, holiday season's great. If you're looking to buy for other people, they're great stocking stuffers. They're great for Secret Santas. They're great for just a full-blown present if you get people the underwear and the lounge gear and the T-shirts. It's some of the softest, most comfortable materials while you are staying inside for the winter. Your team indoors, you're trying to be cozy, you're trying to be comfy, and you want to do it all with some high-quality material. Tommy John is the way to go. So go to TommyJohn.com/KFC. You get 30% off at TommyJohn.com/KFC. Order now. Get everything delivered in time for the holiday season, and make sure your holiday is comfortable and cozy. That's TommyJohn.com/KFC for 20% off. Aura Frames is the tech pick of the year for the holidays. Every year there's always some sort of gadget or some sort of new technology that takes the Christmas season by storm, and this year it is Aura Frames. It's a digital picture frame that can hold all of your pictures, all of your photos for you and your loved ones. So if you want to give a gift to the grandparents, you want to give a gift to your aunts and uncles, you want to give a gift if you're in a long distance situation, your siblings live far away, you can't get the kids together all the time, you want to make sure your family still sees each other, you give them the gift of an Aura digital picture frame. It comes preloaded with all the pictures, all the videos, and then as you snap pictures of your kids and take videos of them or whatever, the puppies, the kids, the family, whatever it is that you like, they automatically get uploaded to that digital frame. So it's constantly changing in your loved one's house so they can see the newest photos of the baby, the newest photos of the kids, keep the family updated with everything. Download the app, connect it to the frame, and you can just keep uploading it with new stuff every time you want to change it out. So go right now to auraframes.com. That's AURA frames.com. Use promo code KFC, and when you get their best-selling frame, you can get an additional $35 off. So get the Carver matte frame using promo code KFC and get $35 discount on your Aura Frames digital picture frame today.
Dude, have you talked to Schulz?
No, he's been going through it, huh?
I don't know if he's going through it.
Yeah. They're going.
I haven't heard going through it.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to know your opinion on it.
He was good on Charlemagne. I thought he was really good on that. I thought the clip on Flagrant where he was.
Oh, he did Breakfast Club?
No, he has Brilliant Idiots with him.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Charlemagne.
yeah.
He was good on that. Like calling out Kendrick for the South Park thing is, I think, like I would have hammered that. Like have you heard about what that comedy is with Kendrick and South Park?
No.
It's like a romantic comedy where a black guy goes home, he's dating a white girl, and he goes home with the white girl, and they find out that like her ancestors owned his ancestors. So it's like a full-blown like slave comedy. And so it's kind of tough to be throwing stones.
But isn't that
about that?
Well, let's take a step back and compare that to Get Out.
Yeah, but I'm saying, and I'm cool with that as well. But you also think you can't be talking, about what jokes you can and can't make if that's.
But he's talking about a white man talking about black women.
Yeah,
but
you know what I mean.
Yeah, he hired producers that are white, but at the same time, I don't know if it's the same.
But I
don't know if it's the same.
I think if you're going to
and listen, I support comedy, and Schulz, I've known him since I was 19 years old. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen Schulz with his pinched straight hair. I've known him for a long time, and I just never thought we'd just get to the place where we're talking about raping gangster rappers.
That was a little weird. I was gonna say that was the part I didn't love.
That's where
that was a little bit strange. I was
like,
I wouldn't have gone that direction. I'm gonna fuck you and you can't stop it. Okay, okay. Did you see Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson, when he tweeted he was just like, this dude's weird? And
I heard there was another back and forth with that.
Yeah, and then he was like, you're weird talking about like fucking another man, and then he was like, why don't you look up the lyrics to No Vaseline by your dad? But that I would just not have gone that angle.
I think he had another response to that. He had another response to that.
To Ice Cube's kid. Yeah, I mean, how do you feel? I'm at the point where I used to be like, never apologize.
So I'll tell you a very real story.
Quick now, man.
Do you remember back in the day when that brown kid went to school with a clock in a suitcase?
Yes.
And it became a big thing.
Yes.
I was actually against it. I was like, his teacher told him not to bring it into school. He shouldn't have brought it, whatever.
Yeah.
And people were claiming that it was xenophobic and all this other stuff and whatnot. And during that time, I was on the nightly show with Larry Wilmore. And Ice-T was on the show that night. And me and Ice-T went back and forth. And then Ice-T told a story about how he was in Vegas and he bought a clock that looked like a bomb, like that he put on the chimney of the hotel while he was there. And they did like a bomb. They swept the whole thing. And me and him didn't agree on things, and he basically came at me and was like, well, I think you're stupid, and it's a very left liberal show, so everybody started clapping, and I was like, this is coming from a man that has a clock looking like a bomb. So like we had, it was definitely uncomfortable. And that weekend I was opening for Chappelle at the Shoreline Amphitheater. It was like me, Che, Segura. It was such a show. It was so fun. Chris Tucker was on. Yeah, dude, like it was one of Chappelle's first big shows back. And at that show, in the green room, I had somebody come up to me and being like, "Yo, I heard you're talking about Ice-T. I wouldn't do that." And I just knew from the tone of it, like, yeah, let's not do that no more. Yeah, it's fair.
It's just not
These
worth
guys
it.
actually come from a place where
they don't fuck around.
And they know young people, they know people, and it's just like, I don't ever think like, I pray that nothing ever happens, but like, you got to be careful with real gangsters.
Yeah, no fucking around, man.
Because if we might all be in the same place right now, but we all didn't get in the room doing the same stuff.
Facts.
And that's
you come from a different life.
There's children involved and wives involved, and it's like, that's how I kind of try to step forward when I go after my comedy and when I want to like stretch being controversial. Yeah.
But from a point of view beyond like safety, like from a point of view of, I remember being like, intent is everything, and if you're trying to be funny and it doesn't work, like that's part of it, and you should never have to apologize. Blah blah blah. I'm at a point now where I'm like, I don't know if the whole room is telling you something. You probably went too far, or you probably missed the joke, or whatever.
It goes back
and I just don't think there's anything wrong at this point with being like, My bad. I don't know. Went a little too far with it.
But Schulz has always said his favorite comic was Patrice O'Neal. Somebody that just went over the edge every single time.
Yep.
Went for it every time he had a chance. So the fact that he's doing
totally.
this is not surprising to me.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's been his thing, and he's kind of been a master at it. He sold out the Garden how many times?
Yeah, no, I mean he's
now it's just about having
he's a
security.
Brilliant marketer, so it's almost like he is, lives in the definition of no such thing as bad publicity, because he'll turn it all into a good. He was like on Brilliant Idiots being like, I got a #1 record. You're welcome, Kendrick. I made you go.
But also remember, let's look back on the conversation Charlemagne had with 6ix9ine about inviting energy. Mm-hmm. He has a very deep conversation with 6ix9ine before he got locked up on that RICO case and hanging out with gang members and all this. That he's like, remember the energy you're inviting. Mm-hmm. And I think that should be something that he thinks about as well.
Yeah, I just.
And by the way, he's somebody I talk to, and he's a great friend. Like, we text.
No. Yeah, I mean,
I'm
also, but I mean it from a point of view of like just peace of mind at this point. It's like, especially at Barstool in the early years, it was like there's so many times of like people being upset about a joke and us being like, well, that's comedy, and like we don't care, and then you're fighting it, and you're polarizing, and people are coming at you, and you're going back at them, and it's like, God bless you if you still got the energy to do that, but I'd rather just be like, I don't know, man, yeah, my bad, like to that group, I'm sorry, whatever, man.
Well, it's interesting, dude. I've never done the internet thing until recently.
Don't do it. Stay away. Stay away as much as you can.
It's been good to me.
Has it? Okay, good.
It's been good to me, but it's also just like making sure you stay out of the comments.
Yeah, well, that's
what's for us is what we post. Mm-hmm. What is for them is the comments and how they take it.
Yes, if you can do that, then yeah. But it's easier said than done for a lot of people, and I understand that. There's a lot when especially when you really get caught up in something where all of a sudden it's being talked about.
Threats to your family and physical threats to your family. It's scary. That's scary.
The shit where I'm also like, it's just, I don't know, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
To me, God forbid. It's 99.9% it's just somebody fucking dicking around. But if there is anything where ever it happened and it was like, because I was standing my ground on some stupid joke.
Yeah, like, it's not worth the time.
That was not fucking
But I've never really seen it come to I've never seen it really come to that. So
but just from the again, like,
which is interesting because like after like I would say it was probably worse for Ari Shaffir.
Yeah, but Ari is almost like looking for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Ari did the Kobe thing and never got touched. And that was probably worse than what Andrew did.
Yeah. I mean, what do you mean by got touched though? Like,
what,
like physically. Yeah. Right. Like if you're saying it, so if that
like, and
joke
like
doesn't
that
get,
was like, oh man, he lives in L.A.
Yeah,
that should
you're
be
out
scary.
in L.A.
But like,
I mean, then he came out in the jersey with his dick out at Kill Tony.
Dude, I listen, man.
He was at the Forum in L.A. with his dick out, and there was like a 13-year-old in the crowd, and people were like, that's technically exposing yourself to a minor. That's Ari Shaffir for you. And he was like telling the story.
I'm going to take a long sip.
I did it for so long of like, before like woke culture.
But is it everybody just trying to get the grab? That's what I wonder now. Like, is that what's going to get everybody's attention on the internet, and that's what's going to sell more tickets and the rest of that? So it's like,
probably
we're being kind of pushed to these lengths by the people consuming it. But at the same time, it's like, are you ready to go down that lane?
Yeah. To me, again, when I was young, I did it all the time. Stood up for every joke, pushed every button, fought every fight, clowned every person. And now, like, if I want to and I feel, strongly about it, I'll still do it to this day. But if something goes left, if I go too far, if, people, you have to talk about this, you have to talk about that, it's like, I don't have to do anything anymore. I feel like I've done it long enough where I've proved what I am and what I'm not. You know my intent. You know who I am. It's like, especially on the internet, where everything is like cyclical, where it's like, oh, I've seen this story before. It's like you change a couple names, you change a couple details, but like this story has happened before. This joke has happened before. This video, you know what I mean? And it's like, I've done all this. And I've said my piece a million times, so like I just don't feel that I have to do anything anymore. You know what I mean? Whereas in the beginning, I was kind of like, I have to comment on everything. I have to joke about everything. I'm not going to stand down on any topic. And now it's like, what am I going to gain? You know, in the beginning, when you're building a company or making a reputation, I get it. But once you're there, it's kind of like, I don't know. I just don't see it's kind of like a diminishing returns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was a point at Barstool where it was like, these guys are funny. They push the envelope.
Isn't
they
that
talk
the
about
competition
anything.
here? Isn't that the competition like within the people that work here?
Yeah. Yes.
So
and
it's like you don't have to prove yourself too much.
Right.
But there's somebody sitting out there at a desk that's ready to fucking crash the fuck out.
That person should. They should crash out. They should make their name known.
Dude, you're like
absolutely.
You're like head of Antifa.
I remember like there was a time when I wrote a blog once that there was a story about two parents that were both blind and they had a baby, and like CPS came in kind of being like, this isn't really safe to have two blind parents and a baby. And it was very controversial about like, well, what are you saying? These people can't have babies. And I wrote a blog being like, it was more about like, I don't understand how fucking blind people live at all. I can't even fathom it, right?
Fact.
Let alone both of you are blind and you got a kid. I was like, you don't know if that kid's at the top of the stairs reaching for fire, whatever. And the blind community found that, and this was like, I think maybe a month into the job, bro.
They found it.
Well, that's my the whole point is I'm writing a blog being like, how'd they even read this? How do they even know what's going on?
Good.
And it became like this thing for like years on end. I was like, raging against the fucking blind community, and they were raging against me. And then I did that. I did it with blind people. I did it with Hondurans. I've done it with like all these different groups of people.
How many times have you had to say sorry?
Truly only once.
What?
It was there was an old video of us talking about Kaepernick when he first was protesting, and I was saying I was like, I don't even think this guy's black.
Damn!
And I said he looks like a terrorist, and that didn't go. Well.
No, yeah, that's pretty bad.
But that was an example. I was like, I listened back to it, and I was like, that was garbage. It was not delivered well. It was low hanging fruit. It was trash, And I was and I was like, that sucked. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And people never apologize. And it's like, if I feel that I should, I will. I will never. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you feel like you shouldn't, fine. If you feel like you should and you're like not going to because of like, some rules or unspoken this or that in comedy, it's like, I don't know. That was a shitty joke. That was like, low hanging fruit and poorly delivered and did nothing but just like be hateful. You know what I mean? I didn't mean it to be that way, but the way it came across was that way. So
no, dude,
sorry,
I've definitely done adjustments, especially in the last couple of years, of just like making sure that it's like, I don't want people walking out angry. That's not why I got dressed tonight.
Yeah, and I think there's also a point in your career as a comic, a blogger, a video influencer, whatever, where you're like, I don't care if they walk out. And that's cool too if you're at that point in your career and you want to like push that agenda. But I'm just at a point where I'm like, to me, it ain't worth the stress,
Yeah. And I think comedy's in that weird space. I watched somebody recently that has a comedy, like he's been around forever. And he was saying that he got something in from a PR that was about the comic being canceled. Like he wanted to do an interview about being canceled, and the guy had not been canceled yet.
So it was like a goal of his?
They were like planning on like, yeah.
And they were going to intentionally say something?
Yes.
And this is like a well-known comic you're talking about?
I don't know. He wouldn't give up the name. But this guy doesn't lie. He's been a reporter in comedy for a very, very long time.
So this guy was like, I'm going to go say something
and a very reputable, like one of the people that like when people do specials, everybody listens to this guy's opinion on them.
And he was like, I'm going to go say something controversial.
I got my first PR. He's like, I got my first PR hit from a comic that's trying to go into the world of being canceled, so he can move his stuff over to another group of people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, part of me thinks I think it's lame to be inflammatory to be inflammatory. If I say something that I think is funny and it strikes a nerve with all you and you're upset,
yeah.
Sorry, I find that funny you did. But if I'm like, I'm trying to make you I'm trying to push your buttons, and I'm saying shit that I either don't think is funny or I'm just going gratuitous over the top. I think that's kind of lame. But then I also think I think it's if you're like playing it like I need to move my audience or I need to like change like levels and I'm gonna do it this way. Then I feel like you're kind of playing chess.
I think we'll see a lot more of that in the next couple of years.
So you think that getting canceled? So what would be the logic there? You get canceled
for the benefit of your career,
because like your comedy fans are like, fuck yeah. Because it is. I mean, almost
a reputable. Dude, I'm not kidding you. Like, I'll give you his name off air.
Just say it and we'll believe it.
No, not playing that game.
I would never do you dirty like that. I would always leave it. I mean, almost everybody that is a singer, entertainer, comic, if you're good enough and you get caught up in that, you almost always raise.
Because public opinion now is you can see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like it's a good thing, though. You know what I mean? Like,
not really, because I mean, the assassin is beloved.
Well, that's if you get assassinated, it's definitely not worth it.
Just depends who.
Yeah, I mean, I remember talking to Shane in the beginning.
But I mean, people tried to do it with Trump. People tried to do it with Trump. When he first got assassinated, there's people that like took huge fucking L's talking shit about that. Yeah. The guy that was working with Jack Black had to step away from concerts just because of what this guy said on stage. Right. And it was a 4-sentence word, like a 4-word sentence. It's
it's no joke.
So it's weird that like on one side it works and the other side it doesn't. It depends who it is.
Yeah, it's got to be well orchestrated, you know. But man, that's gonna be interesting. Now I'm gonna be waiting for somebody to get canceled. I'm like, that's fake.
Yeah, dude. I think we're gonna fall more and more into that.
Yeah. Ugh, that's lame though.
Yeah, no, but it's the game. Yeah. People are trying to get rich. A lot of people aren't funny. A lot of people are just in the place right now.
Dude, there's a lot of people in your place.
Dude, it's wild.
Do you hate it?
What do you mean?
Like, there's somebody, like, I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, yo, if you can sell tickets, you rent out this room, you can sell tickets because you've had a 20-year comedy career, a 20-year internet career, a 20-minute internet career. If you can sell the tickets, you can sell the tickets. But then sometimes there's part of me that's like, I don't know. There should be some, like, barrier of entry.
I love one of my agents, and he said this, and he probably hate that I'll fucking say it on here, but he said when he started, Bill Burr and Greg Giraldo were no one, and Carlos Mencia, the blue collar, and Dane Cook were at the top of the game. He goes, it works in a cycle. The hacks are back.
Yeah.
And like I look around and I see things, but you do have to play the game. And lucky enough, I teamed up with the Homeless Pimp, man.
He's the best.
And we've been working for 2 months. He's picked me up 50,000 followers in 2 months.
Really good.
My numbers are out of control. It's been so fun.
Dude, he's
but also
great.
just like to hand over somebody your social media, not worry about it, know that it's taken care of. He came off of Nate Bargatze's tour. He came off he came to me being like, Ricky, enough.
Yeah,
do something with your social media.
Yeah,
he's like,
man.
This is ridiculous. You have to do something. And then we just started up our stuff, and it's just been so fun. Dude, on the subway, I saw some girl watching my clip.
That's
I was
great.
like, this is sick.
Awesome, right?
And I took a picture over her shoulder. She was sitting, and it totally looked like I took a picture of her breast. I was not doing that.
No,
it was fun.
I mean, he's a great. There's two sides to it of like the actual production. And then, but like also just like the motivation of like, I know how to do it. Here's how we're gonna distribute it. All I need you to do is do it. You know.
Yeah.
And I'll take care of the rest. You have to do the work.
You have to do the work. And the best thing is we've done nothing but old material in the new podcast. So in the new year, we're just doing all new. We just come out all new stand up.
Wow.
And it's gonna be so fun. I go on the road with Aziz after that for March, April, and then I go into my own tour.
Wow.
Yeah. This year's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's been really cool. Yeah.
And do you think you would have done all that without Pimp or?
No shot.
Really?
No shot. I was, listen, man, I've made a lot of my money in the last couple of years writing. So like, it's been nice to step back from stand up and do it when I want to have fun. But at the same time, like learning that I can go on the road and do this stuff and grab some extra money on these weekends and go travel where I want to travel and perform. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like people are asking me to come out. So like, I'm pumped. And the new shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah. Bro, you've always been one of the best.
But the best part now is like, you know, with how everything is, it's like, why not throw it all against the wall? And
Absolutely.
it's just so fun. And like, there's no producer or this person or that person or this person telling me how to do it. So it's been nice.
Dude, a guy like Pimp who like he just gets the internet, understands the
He also makes
balance.
you comfortable around a camera.
Yeah,
which
that's
is a
huge.
thing.
I can pretty much only be in front of the camera with like the two guys I work with. Like, if it's not her or this other guy, Pabs, like I just feel awkward, and I'm like, if I got to do multiple takes, I feel like you know, I don't know. Just once if you can get beyond that with somebody, it's like invaluable.
Yeah, no, he's the best, and we've been doing insane work. It's so funny because like his name's Mike Lavin, but everybody knows him as the Homeless Pimp.
Yeah.
And like I heard Chris DiStefano tell a story about like how his kids call him Pimp.
Pimp. Yeah, I mean that's
and
his
like
name.
he's at school. They're
Honestly,
at school
if
being
you-
like Pimp, Mom, and Chris, and I'm like, yeah, we gotta call you Mike in my house, man. My kid goes to private school.
I would not have known if you really pushed me. I would not have known Mike.
Really?
I would have just said. I mean, he's in my phone as Homeless Pimp.
Yeah. That's
you
how,
know.
it's so funny. I
Yeah.
try to keep it at Mike just so I'm not like talking like that in front of my kid.
We got a guy here who we call him Steve and his name's Ryan.
Why?
He
was quiet and didn't tell anybody his real name when he first got here.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
He used to call.
I feel
in-
like that can happen to a few people. In
No,
this
listen to this.
office.
This is even worse. He used to call in our radio show when he was really young. So he was 15 when he called in, and we knew him as this 15-year-old Steve. And it was funny because he was a young. At that point, Barstool hadn't like blown up to the point that we had old and young. It was like the same demo. So all of a sudden, when we found out that like kids were listening and following, it was like a big deal. And so he would regularly call and be like, 15-year-old Steve's on the line. So then now he's 22. So he's graduating. He's coming for a job, but we call him
In other words,
15-year-old Steve.
Dave Portnoy has been in touch with a 15-year-old
That's
boy.
what I mean. So Ari comes here, and I'm like, "That's 15-year-old Steve," and he's like, "What the fuck does that mean?" He was like, "Come sit on my lap, 15-year-old Steve." I was like, "Oh,
No.
of course, Ari, of course."
Dude.
But like in my mind, I'm like, that's just his nickname. When I realize that I'm talking to other people, I'm telling you that it's a little boy. This is my associate. He's a 15-year-old
Hey, I've
boy.
known him just as long as his parents.
It's not much better when I'm like, no, he's 22. Don't worry.
No,
It's
no,
like
it
he's
was
still
after he became a
fucking-
real man.
and he looks. Yeah, I am trying to always keep up with the next thing though. I'm trying to get you in on my my AI plot.
Bro, a lot of people around me would be upset if I got into the AI world.
No. See, this is the problem. People view
My
AI.
brother's a graphic artist.
Huh?
My brother's a graphic artist. And a
but-
very like decorated one,
This
done
is
great
the problem,
work. Has
though.
like
No one is like what I'm doing with AI is not like let's replace artists with fucking AI.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing is like you can use it to just manage all of your content in so much of a better way and like help you create your content and just I think that when people think of AI or any technology as replacing something rather than just how can I use this to make my life easier
Yes.
and better, it's like just think of it that way and you'll be so far ahead of the fucking game, man.
My homies
AI being like, yeah, I can make a song. That sucks. Nobody likes that.
my oldest homie, he's about to turn 50 next year, but he looks 70. It's great. I love him. He's so funny. Shout out Danny Palmer. And dude, he's the funniest dude in the world. But like GTP,
GPT.
all right, whatever it is, has taken over his life completely. It's insane. He'll be like, where should I go for my 50th birthday? And now we're just going on an AI trip at this point, bro. It's unbelievable how he uses it.
Some
He has
people use
it like
for
he
everything.
uses it for everything and how to
Yeah.
get through his calendar set. It's wild, bro. He's just swallowed by the
Yo,
technology.
when you're 50, man, anything to get you through the day. Come on.
Dude, I think AI is great for eulogies.
just
Eulogies when you're asked not to do it, when you're asked to do one for someone you barely know.
Just
you
throw a
just
couple
give them the
facts in
cliff
there.
notes.
Yeah.
They make it a little bit more sensitive.
Dude, no, I mean the thing I'm working on is actually
It's for editing.
Yeah,
and it's for
editing and managing
making the
your-
world of
yeah, like for someone like us, for I have thousands of hours of backlogged shit, you know. And every time you're on the internet, you watch a clip that goes viral. It could be from 2 minutes ago. It could be from 20 years ago. It doesn't really matter, you know, as long as the subject matter is there and it's funny. So I'm like, we've got also, you know, we were interviewing all of you guys, all the comics before like the major boom,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like we did well with those, but if we were almost 2 ahead of the game. So it's like I got all you guys hours and hours and hours of shit that I can just recycle and put out there when it's timely, when the topics we talk about go viral again. And now AI can like look through the whole fucking catalog like that.
Dude, you don't like, as much as it's important in your world, like of just like content and the rest of that and making it, like I'm not kidding you. I've had producers before sending me a deal ask to see my engagement.
Yeah.
So it's like they're asking you basically, how much are you worth?
Yeah.
It's wild to see.
I
like
believe
it happened to me 2 movies ago where I was like, holy shit, like I need to start taking care of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's the way of the world now. You know what I mean?
It's how people. I mean, the only
can't deny it
TV more interesting, the only screen more interesting than your television is your phone.
100%.
You sit there with the TV on with another screen in front of you.
It's
that
right
phone
there,
needs
1
to
and
be
1A.
like, you have to.
Yep.
You have to participate in it. And I didn't want to, but there's ways of going about it where you don't have to take away everything from yourself.
That's the thing.
And
It's
that's
like
what Pimp was really good for me
Right.
for.
You can use, it's the same thing with AI too. It's like, I'm not replacing what I do. I'm making it 10 times easier so I can make 10 times as much. Mm-hmm. You know, that kind of stuff to me is
I was just talking to Jeff
invaluable.
Foxworthy. I got to do a show with him, man, in Atlanta where he kicks it.
Yeah.
And he was saying he has like 9 hours of unreleased material from his whole entire career. I was like, yeah, you need to put that up.
Yeah.
Like all that just needs to go.
Totally.
Yeah.
In one way or, it could be, even I think DeStefano's doing something like every Sunday he puts up a new clip of his stand-up of just like material that's not quite good enough to be like on a special, but not like throwaway shit, and it's just like new stand-up all the time. Because I know so many people.
I think
worried
Josh
about-
Johnson is the one that's really killing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Josh Johnson is on a different level, and he's doing new shit at such a high level that like, and putting it out there and just selling out everywhere now.
I get that you don't want to burn material, and you want people to see it in the club and in the right format. And
But
all
his
that
stuff
shit,
is
but
pop
it's like,
culture. Josh gets up there and
So
just does
go,
an
yeah.
hour breaking down the whole Diddy case.
Right.
Like it's good. Have you seen it yet?
No, but
Check out
that's-
Josh Johnson. Like his
Yeah.
internet stuff that he's decided to do is incredible.
I mean, you just see so many more people see it on the internet.
Yeah, and if you put
know?
it with the right production into it and enough care, and it'll sound good. But
Right.
like you're gonna sit around and ask the crowd what they do for a job.
That I think is where
I think that's cut. I think that's done.
I think that was
I think we've passed that.
a breaking point. Was the crowd work stuff was like,
Yeah.
it started out cool, a couple good moments, and then it became like either not really.
Imagine
actually
if the
crowd work,
assassin got hit with some crowd work in between. What do you do for a living? Just fucking clocked a comic, dude. That third one, man, when he fixed that gun, bro.
some scary shit.
He's not a professional. Yes,
he
he
knows
is.
what the fuck he's doing. He gave me a gun with
He's
a
at
silencer.
least semi-pro,
yeah,
bro.
right. That shit.
He's playing in Europe.
All right, as I was saying to my boy Ricky, I am always trying to be one step ahead of the game. I'm always trying to see what's next and be on that wave. I was ahead of the curve on podcasting. I was ahead of the curve on social media, green screens. I was ahead of the curve on the comedy podcast space. And now I think I'm on to my biggest thing yet in the AI world. I'm working with a company called Opus. On Monday, December 16th, I'm going to be doing kind of like a live stream presentation talk on how to integrate this company and their AI into the content creation world. If you are a content creator, if you are starting out, if you are a veteran, if you are trying to make new content and you're trying to manage old content, this company is going to revolutionize the world. I believe it in my bones. Everyone we've showed it to understands that this technology is crazy, and so I'm going to be presenting it and talking about it on Monday, December 16th. Check the link in the bio on YouTube or go to my social media page at KFC Barstool. You'll find the link. You have to sign up to be able to, it's free, but you have to sign up to get the link to watch. So If you can make it on the 16th, cool. If not, still, I could use your support. Please click the link and sign up because the more names I get, the better. So help your boy out and come listen if you're looking to get involved in the next big thing in content creation and the AI space. Express, if you're looking to dress nice for the holidays, you're going to have a holiday party. You're going to go, you're going to be around your family. You're going to go out to see friends. You want to look sharp for any of these Christmas parties. Express has got you covered. Now, they've got the merino wool sweaters, 100% wool, high quality, nice and comfy, still look sharp, perfect for the holiday season. Maybe you get hot like me, you don't want to wear the sweater, you want to dress in some layers. They've got the button-up shirts, the 1MX button-ups, all sorts of different colors, stretch material. If you want to play it real casual, they got the Pima cotton t-shirts, and you can all pair it together with either some casual jeans, they got the hyper stretch material, or you can get a modern tech suit, which is the blazer with the pants. These tech suits you can wear every single day. You can machine wash them. You can machine dry them. So it's more for the everyday working man who wants to look sharp when going to work. But also, you don't want to dry clean it every day. You don't have a new suit for every day. You can buy the tech suits, and you can keep them in your daily rotation. Whether it's for you or for someone else for a loved one this season, Express has got you covered. They've been dressing guys like me for, I don't know, it's got to be like 40 years now that they've been in business. So, there's a reason why they're still out here doing it, because they deliver the goods. So go to express.com or shop in person at Express this holiday season. Make sure you get the clothes for all occasions at express.com. Factor Meals. Surviving Barstool is back. It reminds me of my season last year where every meal I ate a Factor meal, and my God, I still think about the buffalo chicken dip. I still think about the Baja chicken. I still think about the steak. It was like an Angus beef steak with some roasted potatoes. The salmon. Oh my God, the Baja salmon. Then they had the breakfast with they had different flavored pancakes. They had like orange pancakes, blueberry pancakes. I mean, Factor is one of the all-time great inventions in cuisine, because all of these meal prep things, if you're not cooking them, if they're just like microwavable, they always come out trash. Somehow Factor has gourmet meals that are microwavable, and it doesn't overcook them. It doesn't dry them out. It's amazing. You can still have like a juicy steak after popping it in the microwave for 2 minutes. You can have fish that you leave in your fridge and you microwave it. Delicious. It is a miracle what Factor does. To me, it's the best, and you don't have to cook any of it. It is all right there in the tray with one of the best menus in the game, from snacks, desserts, meals, different types of if you have different diets, different whatever, they've got you completely covered, and it's no mess, no stress, and you stay well fed. Right now, you can get 50% off when you go to factormeals.com/50KFC, 50KFC, and use promo code 50KFC. You have to eat. You don't want to go shopping. You don't want to spend money on groceries. You don't want to have to cook. You don't want to have to do dishes, but you still want to eat well? Factor is for you. Truly. Factormeals.com/50KFC, promo code 50KFC. Are you still working with Judd Apatow? I know you were writing with him
Me
for a
and
long
Judd
time.
be chilling, man. I just did the Beacon with him. I went out to Atlanta to do some benefits. Yeah, we got some stuff going. I'm
That's
working.
one of the best odd couples I've ever seen.
Dude, it's so funny. It's just so fun. He just lets me be me around him, and it's really, really fun.
Do you write what do you write with him? Like your shit or his shit?
So right
like
now, me and him don't have a project going together. He has something going on. I actually started working with Judah Miller, who I met during King of Staten Island, and I'm actually working with David Bernard, who's the producer on White Lotus.
Oh, dope.
So we just figured out something that we're going into together, and we're really excited about it. And that came all together at a week before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
So yeah, I'll have more on that coming in the next couple of weeks. But it's been a lot of fun.
So are you? You said primarily you've been making money writing recently.
Yeah.
But you think that's like your main thing from now on, or you can just kind of float back and forth when you want to?
Float back and forth when you're not riding. Get out,
what a way to live,
do.
man.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Because that's nice if it's like
I did a movie this summer, which was really sick. I did the Now You See Me 3 with Woody Harrelson.
Yes.
I got to do some scenes with Woody.
That's a great series. I like that.
Dude, Woody's the man.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's the coolest guy ever. I'll tell this story only because I've seen people tell stories about him.
Okay.
Last day of shooting, he's like, Ricky, I reckon you smoke weed.
I reckon you
like,
Woody.
Oh, you got me pinned, man. But I hadn't smoked since I got to Budapest because I don't bring weed to other countries.
Smart man.
And he's like, when we get back to set, let's smoke. And it's our last day. And I was like, awesome, I'm about to go smoke weed with Woody. And we have
bucket list, bro.
Dude, like straight up, like this is it. And there's one lane here, and then the other lane is like a mile away. You could see it in the distance. And Woody gets out before me, and 2 cars ahead of me gets into a car accident, and I'm stuck behind it for 40 minutes. So, dude, I get back to base camp where all of our trailers are, and they have to cover all my tattoos, so I have makeup all over me, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm going home with this makeup on today. I have to catch Woody. I go by his trailer, his car is gone.
No.
And I'm broken. I'm like, I'm in the middle of the fucking farms in Budapest. Fuck this thing. I haven't smoked in weeks. This is my last day.
Trembling and shit.
And then I go back to my trailer, and he rolled me J's and left them for me, dude.
Wow,
and I was
what
like,
a guy.
This is the coolest fucking way this could have went down.
I was gonna say, second to like
and
smoking with him is having him roll some joints
and dude,
for
they
you.
were sloppy like roll too, and it was just such a Woody roll. Like looked like he did it in one hand like this. It was just like amazing. But yeah, working with him, how serious he takes the script, like how much fun. And then like in the beginning, they were like, stick to script, and then they're like, yo, Woody, like, we were working with Ruben Flesher. Actually, Santino's in the movie, too. But we were working with Ruben Flesher. He had done Venom. He had done a few of these other movies with Eisenberg and whatnot. And he was like, yo, he's from the Apatow people. Like, he likes to do, like, improv. And then I just spent the next 2 days No, but like competition with Woody of like who can make who laugh. And it was so
awesome.
fun. And like he would hear things and be like, say that every time now. Like he's that involved with the script, which was really fucking cool.
Dude, watching guys like that who, are funny, but then they can do serious shit, and like you just like when you reach a certain age where they've been in the game for so long, and it's like, oh, they can do it all,
Bro.
These guys are professionals.
And yo,
dude.
you get lost in those baby blues he has, bro. That guy has some eyes on him,
Dude,
man.
He's been doing it for a long time now.
Real long time, and he's cool as hell.
He was great in True Detective. I love that.
Oh yeah, dude, he's just great everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Like he can be anywhere. He's just awesome, and everybody loves him. That's the other thing. You meet those guys, and you're like, oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
because sometimes you meet somebody, and you're like,
I was gonna
say,
that, that's a guy who, if he did not live up to the hype, and if he was kind of like an asshole or whatever, that would crush. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would suck.
Dude,
to find out that like Woody
worst.
Harrelson's not like Woody Harrelson. Who's like the most you've ever been disappointed by?
It's funny. I've definitely softened towards it, but it was Louis before the case. Louis before he got caught taking out his dick. Mm-hmm. He was never nice before that.
Really?
Yeah, and that's why I think a lot of people cheered against him.
Yeah. And not specifically to you. You just mean
no, specifically to me.
To
Yeah. Just didn't get along at first, but we've like over time have like. We're cordial. We say hi. You'll ask me about my son. Like he's a cool guy now.
Interesting, yeah.
But I think like there was definitely a place where he was just on such a level where he wasn't even
not fucking with
trying to be around nobody. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it's funny how that sometimes you get knocked down and pegged up.
I think it had to do a lot with like why like it went so far and being like that.
Right,
too.
dude. I mean,
there's that Jimmy Fallon like interview between him and have you ever seen it?
I don't think so.
Where Louis tells him on Fallon that he didn't give him a job because he was too good looking, and Fallon like sits there and he's like, like you watch Fallon process.
Like, what
the fuck? I wanted that job. I was a young kid. I wanted. Yeah.
That's shitty.
I mean, dude,
game,
some
though, I
people,
guess.
some people. I mean, this job is competition. People take it to a different level, but like, yeah.
And then, I mean, once the hate train is out, like we were talking the other day about just how many people hate Drake right now.
Well, it's the
Drake,
sad part
like,
about Jay-Z is no matter what, even if he's completely fucking innocent, he's always going to have this stain.
There are people who want that to be true.
Yeah.
Like if I could say to some of these people, like,
that all has to come from the right too, dude. There's so much of like these celebrities and Hollywood and this and that.
Yeah.
So like all that right shit is them being like, look, we told you.
Right.
They're
like,
killing babies. They're drinking blood.
I think
like,
if I could say to them, like, would you rather there be no child victim, or you get to like pin Jay-Z, but there is like rape occurred? I think they would be like, we want that.
Do you know
fucking crazy.
Gavin Matz?
I don't think so.
He
no.
posted the other day, 500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z. Dude, I was dying, dude.
I don't know. I mean, Hove came back so quickly that it makes me feel like he's probably, I don't know. Like, usually if you are guilty of something, you're a little more measured with your response. He, like, right away was putting out, like, a statement that was very kind of, like, casually written.
Well, you got to understand, like, also with that, with PR and the rest of that, they knew that was coming for weeks.
Had that locked and
like,
loaded.
that's been something that their companies, Crisis PR and the rest of that.
But see, the problem, though, is, like, I don't know. There does seem to be some weird fishy circumstances with that, but what people are going to start doing is being like, hey, it's a little weird that he was like hanging out with Beyonce like right when she turned 18. You know what I mean? Like, even if like those charges don't stick, they start to look at like the rest of everything you do and how you behave and shit.
Then
so
there's been a bunch of that around rap forever. Rap dodged the Me Too movement completely.
Big time.
It seems like the reckoning's here.
Right. But like, imagine being Drake, who like, you know, yes, there's some weird fucking. He was on stage with that girl for his show. That was weird. But like, when Diddy is like an actual pedophile, and everyone's like running around calling you the pedophile, that would drive me fucking insane, dude.
I mean, he's definitely not having a good year.
Drake is not having a good year.
He's not having a good year.
But also,
the
like,
Super Bowl is going to be brutal for him.
But also, his hate is like fueling. The amount of people who hate him is putting Kendrick on another level.
But dude, the Drake young girl thing has been a thing, like the Louis takes out his dick thing that we have all heard, but we don't say anything about.
Yeah, but like
for years.
Is there any like actual?
I don't know. Just talking to Millie Bobby Brown is inappropriate.
Right. Like, that is weird. I think that's very strange.
That's a weird behavior.
Right.
And I've been on sets where like, there are younger people there. I stay away from them completely.
Right.
Just
there
on
are
the
times
idea
here
of
where
like, those are kids.
I don't even want to be in the same room alone with like some of the interns or something like that. Just being like,
I thought you were going to say the Rizzler.
Yo, when he came here a couple months ago, no joke. I mean, a lot of famous people have come through this place. I've never seen The Office like it.
Okay.
One of these dudes changed his flights. He was supposed to fly to somewhere, and he was like, I got to meet the Rizzler.
I'm a huge Rizzler fan.
He's 8, dude.
I'm really against the Boom guy and
hate
the Boom kid.
Guy. The Boom guy. They all came together.
Okay, do you notice they all don't blink during every video they post? None of them blink. They're just, dude, it's really scary. Justice, man, that kid's going to have a rough life.
I guess.
And then how the dad's just wrestling.
The wrestling's weird. The wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan. I just think it's fucking weird.
I just think like
that clip of when they were like behind the scenes where the dad was like, "No, say it this way, and then I'll say it that way, and then you say it this way," and it was like, "Oh, this kid probably fucking hates."
Are they trolling at all?
I think they're very like they're aware of what's happening at this point. You know what I mean? I don't think they're like just still like, let's do the Boom videos because they're fun. I think they're like, we need to keep this train rolling. You know? Man. But I mean, dude, I couldn't believe it. I was like. Feidelberg, he's even less plugged in. Like, he doesn't know any of this shit. So they were like, do you want a cookie? And he was like, yeah, sure. Like, what kind of cookies you got? And they were like, double chocolate chunk cookies, bro. Like, what do you mean? And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you, like, owned chocolate chip cookies. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are acting like they invented fucking chocolate chip cookies. I mean,
does Costco even claim them?
I don't think so. I mean, you would think by now they would
jumped
would have
in.
done that, right?
Yeah.
So there's a reason why they're not.
Yeah, even I was talking to Sam Morrell, and he played in the celebrity game at the Knicks and whatnot. And he said the Rizzler came out, and he said he looked over and Dolan was smiling ear to ear, like just looking at the Rizzler.
The Rizzler is like, he's funny. He's like, I can get down with that. The other one weirds me out.
The other one weirds me out, and I feel like Justice is gonna go through a really hard stage that we're all gonna have to watch.
Yeah.
And that's gonna make us all very sad.
It's gonna be a Netflix doc on that one day.
It's like it's gonna be like that homeless guy that had a good voice on the side of the road, or that axe wielding hobo. Like, it's gonna be one of those.
Yeah, back when going viral meant like you went viral.
Justice takes out the CEO of Costco.
See if you cheer.
Everybody wants to be the boss, dude. Everybody wants to be the boss.
The NBA season is in full swing. We are smack in the middle of the NBA Cup, and DraftKings has got you covered for any of the bets you want to place in the NBA. Or anywhere. Right now, I would suggest maybe taking out a future on baseball. I would put some money on the Mets to play well. They got a little guy by the name of Juan Soto. Have you ever heard of him? Also, breaking news as I'm recording this right now, the Yankees missed out on trading for Crochet, so that sucks. For you guys, the Yankees are a poverty franchise, and I don't think they're ever going to recover from this. So I would bet on anybody but them, whether you're betting on NBA, NHL, NFL, soccer, golf, combat sports, UFC, MMA, whatever it is, DraftKings has got you covered. And right now, if you bet $5, you can get $150 in bonus bets if your $5 bet hits. The way you do that is by using promo code KFC. Download the DraftKings app, use promo code KFC, put up a $5 bet. If that hits, you get $150 in bonus bets. They've got the best lines, the best props, the best parlays, and the best odds. Everybody here uses it. All the big-time gamblers are DraftKings guys here. So you should join the party. Go to DraftKings.com. Use promo code KFC. Bet $5. If you hit, you get $150 in bonus bets. I got a whole new wardrobe of Express stuff coming. What I like about Express is they have a lot of your standard stuff. Like when I go shopping, I pick out a blue shirt, another blue shirt, another blue shirt, a white shirt, and something black, and that's it. And when you go to Express, they have a whole different array of clothing for you to kind of step out of your comfort zone a little bit. If you want to just go straight fastball down the middle, they got you with the T-shirts and the button-ups and the suits and the sweaters and the jeans. But if you want to get a little crazy with some of the colors, some of the styles, some of the materials, Express has you covered. It's something that if you're just kind of a casual straight shooter, you know, like myself, you can dress. If you're Feidelberg and you like to get a little crazy with it, your Pavs, you want to dress it up and become a little unique, they've got everybody covered for every single style with high quality material that is also comfortable. So no matter what you're wearing, if you're trying to step out and really be flashy, or if you want to just go with the staples, Express has got you covered. And right now you can go to express.com or head up an Express store in person, whether you're buying for yourself or for the holiday season. I feel like, Jackie, you picked out a few things for me, right? Or did I pick out myself?
I think you picked it out yourself, and then Pabs picked out something for you.
Ooh, okay. So Pabs is going to get me something. We'll see how that goes because we know, Mr. Italian fashionista, Pabs will have some sort of something on deck for me. So no matter what style you've got, Express has got you covered. Check it out at express.com. So, all right, so you're going on tour.
Awesome.
with Aziz, and then on your own tour.
Which is the best tour. I love going on tour with Aziz. We just eat so good.
Yeah?
Before I met him, I never ate cheese. And he introduced me to cheese.
The
dude.
whole genre of cheese?
Never fucked with any of it.
Nothing?
No, and then we
What
just
does that
started
mean?
playing a game which was called Will Ricky Eat It? And he takes me to all like these really nice restaurants. And now I just eat a really nice
Like
shit.
you like cheeseburger, you wouldn't have cheese on it?
No.
Grilled cheese, you wouldn't have cheese
No,
sandwich?
never had a grilled cheese. Actually, the first person.
Grilled cheese is fucking
I
fire.
now eat grilled cheese, yeah. I go to Bedford cheese and get some wild shit from my grilled cheeses.
What's
yeah.
your favorite cheese?
They got that truffle one. That's pretty
Oh,
wild.
I hate truffle.
Why you have
Truffle's so
truffle?
overrated. I just don't like the taste of it.
Oh, okay. It had a guacamole moment.
Yeah, where it's
And now it's
forced
just,
on everything.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's chill now.
I'm on this kick right now. I'm eating salt and pepper Sartori cheese. I don't even know. Oh my god!
Where
I
you
can
getting
eat a
that
whole
from?
Fucking
Little mozzarella.
no,
Drop that at your house.
There's a good. It's a Wegmans grocery store by me that has this cheese section that is like.
Yeah, Wegmans in the city now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
down
didn't know
on the
that.
Astor
Wegmans
place.
is fire. Wegmans has
Yeah,
a
no,
lot
it's definitely a
of
game
good
changer.
shit.
Game
That's-
changer
that's
for
the real fucking deal. You'll spend like $500 in there, but it is.
Is it really considered expensive?
I mean, just everything is.
Everything in the
expensive
city
now.
is
Yeah,
expensive,
it's-
so I've
it's
just
getting
like
crazy.
Where
are you living?
I live 3 blocks away from here,
Yeah,
bro.
right, you're right,
But the
right.
other thing is like, I like that New York City now has airport prices. So when you go to the airport, everything just the same fucking price.
There's no sticker
You
shock
know,
anymore.
it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, this isn't up.
This is just regular.
No, we're just walking around Delta prices everywhere. Shout out Delta. Love Delta.
Delta. We're a Delta company too.
Are you?
Yeah, we do a lot of Delta.
Dude, Delta's the best.
Yeah.
You ever fly any of those others? Yuck.
Not really, to be honest. I'm always on Delta.
Yeah. I mean, they don't hit all the routes, but they're pretty solid.
Yeah, for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's like the major spots. Are you an Austin guy? You go to Austin a lot?
My brother's down there.
Really?
Yeah.
What does he do?
He's a graphic artist.
Oh, right,
and he's
right, you
worked
said
for
that,
some
yeah.
like huge companies. He's really talented. He's really impressive.
AI's probably better, bro. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's just the man. And so I go down there to visit, but I've never, the only time I've ever done stand up there, which is interesting, was during South by Southwest, which is a very liberal festival. So I've never like gotten to go do like the other world of it that now
Right,
exists. I'm going to definitely
Rogan
make my way
Austin.
down there soon.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Shane are cool. Like, I got people down there. It'll be a fun time. Yeah.
Would you ever leave New York?
Uh,
I feel like if you stayed to this point, you'd probably stay here forever.
No, actually,
Getting outta here?
listen, my wife actually just got assaulted for the 3rd time here on the streets.
No way.
Of Chelsea.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's not even like a bad neighborhood.
No.
I guess it is apparently though.
Yeah, I mean they had a public GoFundMe, but like Comedy Cellar manager just got pushed up the stairs by somebody and had 22 stitches put in her head.
Jesus.
I kind of hold my breath when my wife leaves the house.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of tired of that. And I have a young kid that I don't want to explain the world that he's in right now to.
So you think you are gonna leave?
I don't know.
Would you stick around here, like still local, or would you get the fuck out?
I was thinking, we were thinking Westchester for a minute. I don't drive, bro. I'm like, need a ride.
You don't
I'm going to
know
be like
how to?
hitting you, dog. Being like, yo, dog.
I'll drive you around.
Let's get an Uber down
Like,
to your
you-
house. Can I come
I
to the
mean,
city for the day?
I get it. Like if you're a city kid, there's really no reason. But like, you don't think you could drive if I?
No, I could drive.
Oh,
I
you
drive
can.
cars, but I don't have a license.
But okay, but you could if you want to.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can drive a car.
Okay.
I've driven cars.
Yeah, I don't get when people are like, I can't drive. It's like, yes, you can. You can figure it out.
Yeah, I've only been stopped once without a license, and I won't do that again. I've learned that lesson.
I went to court again today.
For what?
I got pulled over the other day, and I had a ticket where you pay the ticket, but then there's this driver assessment fee. It's another $70 for the DMV just tries to fuck you, and I didn't pay that. I paid the ticket, but I didn't pay that part of it, and so this was like years ago. So it was like missed your payment, and all of the mail was going to my old address, and I just didn't know what was happening. So when I got pulled over again, they were like, your license is super suspended. It's been suspended for like years because of this thing. So now I had to go to court for it, and this lawyer, I got this like public defender guy who like works at like the
Dude, why are you using public defender?
Well, it's just
that's
like-
not for you.
dude. So listen
You're
to this. Listen
so,
to this,
dude.
bro. So I'm like, it's a whole thing. It's in the town that there was this tragic story where this woman got murdered in Eastchester, New York, and we did a huge fundraiser for them. And it's in this town where it happened. So all the cops know me and shit. And they're like, we're trying to like help you
Fair.
out, and we're trying to like, make sure, whatever. So, but I do have to show up, and I was like, the guy there is like, I handle like the traffic violations. Do you want to? It's like, you can bring in your own lawyer. Or you can just like go with me. I'm like, I'll just go with you. And then he's having me fill out like the information, because there is some level of like, if you make enough money, they don't necessarily assign you this public defender. Right?
Okay.
So he's like asking me like, what's your annual income and what's your net worth? And I'm like, as I started to answer questions, I was like, I'm a podcaster. And he's like, okay, whatever. And then as we start to get to the money, I watch him kind of go like, really? Okay. And I couldn't even like. I was like mumbling. I was like, oh, this is how much
As
I
he's watching you like clean out your pool for the 3rd time on Instagram. This
like,
polar bastard.
I'm like, 1,000. How much are you worth? And he was like, he writes down, he goes, oh, you definitely don't qualify for this. But I like still use him anyway. But he's great. But he's like, I'm gonna have to go back to court like 2 or 3 more times. It's crazy.
Why do you need to go to court? Why don't you just pay it?
Because there's.
Are you getting points?
There's something going on right now at the DMV.
How many points are you allowed to have?
13.
That's a lot of points.
And what's going on right now is I could get anywhere from 0 to 11. So if I get like 11, I'm like fucked.
Okay.
So he was like, if we, we need to like take this for real. So he's got to he's like, we need to adjourn this and talk to the DMV, blah, blah, blah. And I at first I was like, let's just be done with this. And he was like, you might get 11 points. And I was like, all right, well, then I gotta take it serious.
Okay.
But it's
I'm not going to get a car. There's no
I mean,
reason.
you cannot go to Westchester and not have a car.
You can.
You
can.
I mean, you can.
You can.
It would probably not be great.
Yeah.
You got one kid?
I stay inside, man.
I'm an inside guy, bro.
Yeah, so
Inside,
why I need this car?
Like team indoors,
Between
bro.
Uber Eats.
Bro, the amount of shit I get delivered is crazy.
I saw somebody Instagram them getting a PS5 through.
Totally. I got a controller sent to the house the other day.
Wow.
Yeah. You can get, everything. And it's, it's expensive. And
You can get flowers. Did you know that?
Bro, I'm telling you,
I didn't know that.
everything. You can get Plan B. You can get
I went to
flowers.
Mulaney's show last night. His
went to
new
what?
All In, the Broadway show Mulaney's doing. It's unbelievable. It's just silly, and you leave with your heart happy.
Yeah.
But I sent them 24 roses from Uber Eats.
You didn't even give it to him? It just got delivered?
No, I just had them delivered to stage door, dude. I got a picture of Mulaney with 24
That's
roses
awesome.
last night.
Are you boys with him?
Oh, he's the man.
Yeah.
I mean, I jumped on the road with him for over a year, but we're close friends.
I never know if, there's levels
like that,
to
like if we're around each other a lot.
because,
No,
you guys have all been around each other.
No, me and
but
Mulaney are very close.
Yeah, he's
our
the fucking
kids,
man.
everybody. Like, I
he was-
haven't met his newest child, but yeah, we're close.
I love a guy who, I feel like he, had some secrets or skeletons, whatever, and then he's like kind of bared his soul,
Dude.
put it all out there, and then people like accepted it. It wasn't like the end for him, you know what I mean? If anything, it's probably like, pshoom. But there's something nice about that.
Everybody gets to slip up, and he came back, and he, like my wife always says, like the move is to always go back to work. Like when
Agreed.
people disappear, that's the problem.
Because all they remember is that thing.
She was like Tiger Woods just went and won.
Right.
And then everybody was like,
Nothing else
"We
matters,
love
bro."
him. He's the best. Like it was
Yeah.
just like he took that hit of the 18 or whatever. But John went to work and like
I'm
gave
still
us
funny.
an amazing.
You love
still
my special.
funny,
You love my
work
shows.
hard,
Yeah.
and he shows you who he is with his family. He's a really great.
He
guy.
also has just like great material.
He's also the best writer in the world and
Right.
can make you laugh. And
Like,
he
and
does so
joking
many
about
characters
his situation.
in this new play. He's playing different characters,
Oh, wow.
and it's unbelievable. Like it's so funny. It was. I got to go to the dress rehearsal. I think it actually opens tonight.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I was gonna say I didn't
yeah.
even know about this. Feidelberg's a big Broadway guy, so I'm sure he'll be all over
Dude,
that.
what's going on with him? He's fashion in Broadway. This
Yo,
is what
you
he's
you got
doing.
you have my boy
I have
you have
him
my boy pegged
misread.
wrong. Yeah,
I have him
that's
misread.
been him. That's been him. He is all together at the same time. Like he'll wake up in bed like covered in like Reese's peanut butter cups, but he'll also like
Yeah,
throw on a
those are
three-piece
the only
suit and go to,
stories
like, Broadway.
that go viral about
Yeah.
him, not when he's critiquing Wicked. How come Barstool doesn't push those more?
How often? I would say he
Dude.
goes to like
Dude, you should
10,
start it.
15 Broadway shows a year.
You need to start like an art corner with him where he sits there with a scarf on and gives reviews
great.
of shit, dude.
That would be great.
He is the fact that he's doing that and actually takes like
Yeah, he'll
takes-
tell you everything you need to know about Broadway right now. What's hot, what's not, who's
that's
coming
great.
next. Yeah.
Well, the main thing, the cast switches out.
Okay.
So it's like it's amazing.
Would you ever do something like that?
Broadway?
Yeah. It's a different animal,
Probably
right?
later.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have two things in front of me right now that I'm really excited to give out. So like once that's out, like I'll rethink everything.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Love to hear it, man. Glad that
Yeah.
things are going well.
It's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's easy. Happy New Year, right?
Yeah, man.
What are you doing for the New Year?
Probably be inside.
Just staying home?
Just probably be
Yeah.
staying inside. What
I'm
about
going
you?
to Charleston.
What's there?
I love Charleston.
Really?
Dude, it's New Orleans with class.
I went once for a bachelor party. It was good.
It's New Orleans with class. People don't get that fucked up. It doesn't smell like piss everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the fucking classy New Orleans.
I like that.
It's great.
So you just go down to chill?
I go down there. I've been down there like for 2-3 different New Years now. And
You got a spot down there, or you just like?
No, I always stay. There's a hotel called the Dewberry. And it used to be a bank that they turned into a hotel. Cool. And it's like this antique thing. It's really cool and like beautiful and it's fun. And just go down there and you get to wear like a spring jacket and enjoy it. Yeah.
Maybe you should move
Some
to
of the
Charleston.
best restaurants there too. Colbert lives down there. Danny McBride lives down there. Like there's so many people that spend their time down there. I really do like it. And I guess it's just not Florida.
Yeah, it's like
I just got back from Florida.
As close as you get to Florida without being in Florida.
So I spend a lot of time in Florida.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were down there
my
for a
summer. My summer, I usually spend one of the months if I'm traveling a ton, with the kid down in Florida, and we do it, and it's the off season, which is great because no one's around.
Yeah,
and we went down there for Thanksgiving, man, and politic identity is the craziest thing I've ever seen, and that whole world is swallowed by it. I've never seen more Tesla trucks, the Cybertrucks, and then it's just like they can't help themselves but talk about.
It's all they think about. Everything relates back to it.
Dude, my wife got punched in the face right before this. My wife got punched in the face the day after Election Day.
No way.
On 18th and 6th
Shit.
at noon, okay? From behind.
Random
behind,
acts.
Yeah.
God damn.
And we told the people in Florida that they had heard about it, and they were like, they were migrants, right? And we're like, no, it was actually like a white man.
it was migrant. It was
like
a migrant.
Homeless white man. And they're like, but the migrants took over the homeless shelter, and now the homeless man. And I was like, dude.
Not
and
everything in the world leads back to that.
It's the migrants.
Yeah, whatever you want to hear.
It's
crazy how much
wild.
that, like.
The political identity is a really like weird thing, and it's also interesting to watch comedians be in it. Because never in the history of comedy have comedians been on the side of a president.
I know. Yeah,
That's not okay. And people are like, oh, Ricky, you like Biden. I made fun of Biden 3 years ago in my special.
Right.
So much so that I got invited to the White House because of it.
Really?
And it's like, that was cool, but it wasn't going to make me slow up on Biden.
Right.
But like people always see it like red and blue now where it's
I'll
like,
be honest, man. It's as a podcaster, I like seeing how big and popular and influential podcasting has become. On the other hand, I'm like, I don't think we need to be engaging with this world. You know what I mean?
But
like,
I mean, comedy is engulfed in it right
That's
now.
what I mean. It's like, I just don't think, I don't know. To me, that should be.
It should be interesting to see how it plays out.
I mean, it's only getting more and more ingrained in it, you know?
No.
Especially with at least with this administration.
Dude, when he just does he do Rogan more?
I feel like I have like a standing.
Or why doesn't he just start his own pod, dude?
I've always thought about that. Like, he crushes all the other forms of media right now. If you just had the Donald Trump show once a week, once a month.
Well, that's what the next 4 years will be. Remember, he had a speech daily.
Yeah.
Like, that was my favorite
like,
thing Shane said in his special. Like, he misses the speeches. And it's true, dude. He would come in just to talk shit on somebody you didn't even know about.
I can't wait for it to, like, he needs to formalize it on a show, though. Be like, have fucking ad breaks in the middle. Promo code Trump for your fucking underwear,
Dude. It's going to be a wild 4 years, and I'm pumped for it.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. John came back to the Daily Show, man.
Yo, honestly, I feel like if John Stewart doesn't leave the Daily Show, I think like the political landscape would have been different. I feel like he kept people in check with that show.
Maybe. I mean, I think he's just brilliant and is
awesome.
Really
I would
good.
vote for him for president.
Yeah, but at the same time, he doesn't want it.
Right.
I got to go on the road with him this year.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I think he's fucking
We did
incredible.
like 10 stops together.
He's like bucket list for me. If I could get him on the show, that'd be like, he is
Dude,
brilliant,
he's
I think.
the coolest, nicest guy. And no matter where he is, a warm pizza shows up. That's all he does. He doesn't drink, no smoking,
Just
nothing.
pizza.
He just
I
loves
mean,
a warm
he's like
pizza.
a fucking
He's the
New
man.
Yorker, dude.
He's the man.
Like, yeah, he's a
He's
really
comedy
cool cat.
Bruce Springsteen.
Dude, so you've been on the road and worked with like everybody at this point, huh?
A good amount, and then no.
Like who's on like your list of people?
I'm done after this. Like I've done it all. Like I need to really focus in on my tour and my people and bringing my people out. That's why it's been so great to bring Pimp on, because we've been able to like figure out like, oh, the second half of the year we're going to be able to go out and I'll build. So we're going to pretty much drop everything right before I go out with Aziz, and then during Aziz's tour I'll just figure out my new stuff that I'm going to go out with in the top of the third quarter. Yeah.
Great shit, man.
Yeah.
Proud of you, dog. You're doing it.
Thank you, man. Thank you for always having me and always being
Always.
kind.
For sure.
I like the new setup. The last setup was not as good. I felt like everything was like 4 inches higher.
What was when he was last year? Was it?
It was a seat that I fell into deep.
The last studio, I think.
Yeah. It's a little bit better now. We're trying out here. Good shit, man. Thanks, bro.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Click that button.
Or I'll cut off my finger.